Hey, now let me rank all my 10 favorite movies of this year. Of course, I did not watch every single movie of 2020. I'm just a guy. And everything on this list is just my personal preference. You don't have to take everything for granted. So let's get started, but first start with some audible mentions first. First, we got is Stargirl. I mean, this movie actually hits me emotionally and I actually enjoy it. Yes, I know the manic pixie dream girl stuff, but the thing is, I don't think it's that bad, and the Stargirl actually has something to deal with in the middle, and I really don't care about it that much. And then we got Emma, a really light-hearted, charming movie starring Anya Taylor-Joy, which to be honest is the only reason I actually watch it. And I actually really like the movie of making the character not being likable but ends up making her not a bad person. Even that, they still maintain a middle ground of not being a likable gal but you still care about her. And Anya Taylor-Joy is charming enough to make the character not dislikable. Then we got I'm Thinking of Ending Things, such a smart and subtle film driven by incredible dialogues. And remember to stay 100% focused or else you're missing something. And then Bill and Ted 3. What can I say? It's the funniest movie I saw last year. And then it's All the Bright Places, which to be honest, I love this film despite not a lot of people actually like it. I never read the book, so I don't know how the book is like, but as a movie, I think it's really good. I mean, the romance is well done, and I love Elle Fanning's character dealing with her mental issues. I do feel emotional, which to be honest, the only thing that I really hope they done better is Justin Smith's character mental issues, which they can do a lot more with it. Then we got Promising Young Woman. Holy shit, the ending! Which makes the movie so much better. Which the entire movie is like that though. And then we got Words on Bathroom Walls. Honestly, as a mental illness movie, it's really well done. It really depicts how a person with mental illness will be treated as and what kind of struggle they will be done. I don't know in reality will this actually happen, but when it comes to emotional realism, it's really well done. The only thing that I think need to be done better is the schizophrenia stuff. Because when I'm watching it, I mean the mental illness is done well, but the schizophrenia, I just like, is it how schizophrenia people would be like? And I look online, not really. But despite that, I still really want to know about this illness. Because the movie overall as a structure, it makes me care. And then we got The Assistant. It's a really subtle movie and requires you to pay a lot of attention, showing you the shittiness of the film industry and the helplessness of the people inside, even if they really try to help. But yeah, it requires you to pay a lot of attention to detail. And fuck Harvey Weinstein. That's the last one. Let's get on to the top 10. Also, I did not watch every single 2020 movie. Number 10, Kajillionaire, starring Jane the Virgin and Dolores from Westworld.
Some people choose to see the ugliness in this world, the disarray. I choose to see the beauty.
Well, I can, especially if this shithead becomes president. Both Evan Rachel Wood and Gina Rodriguez are good in the role, and they have insanely great chemistry with each other. And I actually really love their relationship in the movie. I really like the humor inside, and some of them are pretty subtle. I mean, the main character itself has a dry sense of humor that, even when she is not doing much, I still find her to be pretty funny. But the best part of me is Evan Rachel Wood's character and her relationship with her parents. Here's the thing, the main character is constantly being used by her parents, but she's afraid to move on from them. And I just really love how the main character with Gina Rodriguez's characters have to move away from those parents which are so toxic to her. And I heard this movie is actually shitting on some capitalism shit. I'm actually surprised of how do you get that idea, even though this movie is not even shitting on capitalism, and more like they should really get a better job or pay their rent on time instead of just keep stealing things. Or get this, raise your daughter better. When she grows up, she'll earn a lot of money. Can critics stop putting political commentaries on movies, please? It's just a movie about being in love and moving away from a shit parent. That's it. It's just so heartwarming to see the main character actually have an actual relationship with some people and experiencing what love is like. Go check this one out. Number 9 is Spontaneous. AC Catherine Langford's best role since 13 Reasons Why. Ugh. The exploding people mixed with teenage drama situation is just so interesting to watch. It's very unique and the actors pull it off really well. The movie is also very funny and dark at the same time and actually makes both of them excellently. But even with that, the movie is more about life and enjoying everything inside. Life is so unpredictable and you don't know what's gonna happen next. Live your life the fullest and enjoy every moment of it. I know the exploding people stuff will bother some people, but at the same time I was like, that's kind of the point. Don't get me wrong, I completely understand why you think that, but I just think that this is actually the metaphor of life is just unpredictable and you don't know what happens next. And you still got hints of, maybe that's what causes it. Then the half of it. Netflix's best movie in 2020, at least in my opinion. At least from what I saw, I haven't watched Mink yet. Oh god, why does no one talk about this film on Netflix? I love this cute, not love story scenario of the main character and the job that she's helping to help write a letter to a girl that she likes. I don't know how much this makes sense in your head, but it is true. I just like how this movie just turned those trope characters and just turn over your head. Like the jock character. Yeah, he's a jock, but he's not an asshole. He's actually really nice at the beginning. Even though he did tell her to do some fucked up shit. Honestly, what I love about this movie is really the development of the characters and their bondings. I like their slowly developed bonding, and at the end opening up themselves and help each other without selfish purposes. I don't know how many of you actually have issues with the dad and her daughter stuff, but when I watch it, it's just like, yeah, that's true. That is so me and that is so Asian. Despite this seems like a love story, it's actually just a friendship story about two characters. And the end scene just hits me so hard. Also, for people who said this movie is not gay enough. What the fuck? Do you need someone to punch you in the head constantly to remind you of, this character is gay, do more gay things? That doesn't make any sense, and honestly, this is how you portray a gay character. Treat it subtly and instead of keep reminding of people something like that, use it as an actual scenario that a gay person will realistically deal with. And speaking of that, number 7 Happiest Season. It's the best Christmas movie I've seen in a while. But to be fair, most Christmas movies I watch are not very good. I still have dumb fun with them, but you know.
Nice doggy. Nice.
But Happiest Season really surprised me. About people who are just afraid to reveal themselves to the world, even keeping secrets from people close to them. Like the main character who is afraid to reveal herself to be gay, because her father expected a perfect family and the main character herself is just afraid. Situations felt real and it's all about the family relationship stuff that combines each other. A movie about accepting and understanding each other. There are some goofy scenes, but it never affects the emotion of the movie. Those are situations that I actually believe people will deal with. And yeah, one of the best Christmas movies I've ever saw. Number 6 Clouds. The movie is based on a singer that I never heard of despite I criticize music. But still, damn, this movie made me so emotional. Just by seeing the main character enjoy the last moment of his life from disease that can't be cured makes me bring out tears already. Even though I can predict how it will be ended, that still doesn't destroy the journey I'm having with him. Every time the main character writes a song or sings a song, I'm happy for him, especially for the last song of the entire movie. Yeah, the movie just tells me to enjoy life. You don't have to know that you're dying to enjoy it. Living the moment and grab onto what you want to be. And that's Zack, the person who has uncurable illness that taught me that. Number 5 Looks That Kill. Yeah, the movie is about a boy who needs to cover his face because he's too good looking and he can kill people. I swear I did not make that up. Is this movie has some things that is contrived and some things that need to be explained but didn't? Yes. Can you predict what the movie is going to go? Yes. Do I still love this movie? Yes. Even though with its wacky premise, it felt real. Characters felt like actual person, and if I was their situation, I was like, this is exactly how I would act. What I love about it also includes the clash between the male and female lead character, from using his face to help more people to avoid to suffer from dying. Also, both of their lives kinda suck physically, and there are also interesting ideas of how they choose to live their lives despite of that. And yeah, that's actually what hits me. Your life compared to normal people sucks. But what do you do with it? From what I got, spend more time to interact with people around you, enjoy every moment of your life, and use whatever you have to help the world. Which I did not even expect this movie to deliver those messages. Even though you can kind of see what this movie will go next, it still avoid cliches and it's not some kind of YA movies that the trailer marketed as. Yes, romance, sure, and the movie spends a lot of time with the romance, but it's still about how you choose to live your life. In the end, I just felt heartbreaking, emotional, but wonderful at the same time. Number 4, Never Ready, Sometimes Always. Okay, this is a controversial one because of its sensible topic. Just to be clear, do I support abortion? Fuck no! Unless you got raped or something. And I find ironic that a side that supports animal rights supports killing babies. But if that's the case, why I love this movie? Well, that's because the character choice of abortion is actually presented to be a gray area. I do not support her aborting the baby, but I understand why did she do so. Illustrated in the best scene of the entire movie, which I won't spoil. Because of that, this movie is basically a character study, studying how a character will act during a situation like that. If I'm being honest, if I was a teenage girl and get pregnant, I can see myself doing things like that. And the entire movie, it only focuses on the main character. Never have a scene without her. So, the entire movie, you're just seeing what she sees. Is her action right or wrong? That's up to you to decide. Unlike this shit show that tell us to just kill the baby, instead of, present a gray area of the situation. But because this movie did so, I actually care and feel for the character. Don't get me wrong, I still do not think her action is justified, but I do care about her and her cousin for the sacrifice she did. Even though I do not support abortion, I still love this well-crafted story. Number 3, The Way Back. I just love stories like that. It constantly hits me. In here, Ben Affleck plays a struggling alcoholic teaching a team of players from his former high school to find purpose in life again. I love the journey between them and the time he takes to redeem himself. That aspect alone made me loving it already. But what I love it even more is the third act. When I thought this would be just another one of those stories that I can see it coming and predict how it goes, then when that happens, I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. And that makes the movie even better. That makes me think, yeah, not everything in life is a happy ending, especially when you are dealing with loss. But you should always open up with other people and refine purpose in life. That in the context actually makes more sense and hits me even harder. Instead of a happily ever after, a basketball movie about dealing with loss and refine purpose in life, I just love it, even though basketball is not really my thing. Number 2, Soul. When I watched this movie, I was shocked how good it is. Honestly, I could not even expect how the movie would play out. How the writing structure is played out actually surpassed my expectation, which I won't spoil. The animation style is actually really good, and sometimes I was just like, wow, that's really unique. But of course, this movie just hits me so hard. It's questioning myself of, what is life? What is it about? What is the purpose of it? Is it about dream or enjoy every single little moment of your life? Even I have that question. I mean, I have my own dreams of what will I want to become, and even do whatever it takes to accomplish it. But at the same time, when I actually finished those dreams, I was just like, what's next? The spark inside of me, it's gone already. When I keep doing that, all I felt is tiresome. Whenever I keep doing that, it never felt like I want it anymore. It just felt like a job. A job that I desperately want to maintain for I don't know what reason. And because of that, this movie just hits me. A lot of movie actually tells me to maintain my dream, but what if my dream is over? What's next? A lot of movie never tackles it, and this is the first movie actually tackles it. And I just really loved it. So yeah, better rethink my purpose in life again. Also, I heard the ending that some people have some issues and just prefer the other two than this, but at least for me, I prefer this one. It's about life. You don't know what's gonna happen next. An open ending that lets the viewer to write it yourself, just like your life going forward. Finally, my number 1, Baby Teeth. The most emotional and heartbreaking film of 2020 for me. About a girl who has cancer and she knows she is gonna die sooner or later, and she's gonna enjoy the last moment of it in a really fucked up way with a drug dealer. It's slow, subtle, and I never felt bored by it. Eliza Scanlon gave the best movie performance I saw this year. She's very subtle and expressive at the same time. And the other side characters, they are not just there to support the main character, they have their own characters and arcs to deal with as well. Yeah, the movie is also about the enjoying every single moment of your life because your life is gonna end. But at the same time, at least for me, it's about losing your innocence and letting your child to grow up. So the movie is not just about enjoying life, it's also about enjoying life while trying something new, trying more things before your life ends, and also accepting it, letting your child to see the world more. And that's what put it my best movie of 2020. It's not just the main characters, it's everyone's effort in the movie. Every character achieving their arcs in order for the main character to gain her final satisfaction. And because all the characters' effort to accomplish it, the final scene of the movie just, wow, it hits me so hard. And after finishing it, you have a moment of silence of how beautiful this movie is. A movie with every single character that I related to and I understand why they do that. A movie telling me to enjoy life, accept each other, and grow up, done not only by the main character but everyone in the movie. That's why Baby Teeth is my most favorite movie of 2020.